which mage pairing is going to give you perfect balance of shield, healing and raw power. Let me show you what I discovered where I was building my mage legions. This test changed the way I actually play and some changes inside my legions in general. First, this question came to my mind when I was rebuilding my legions, since I started actually using Lilia with Velen. Obviously, I mean, this combo is from season 1 and still is giving a lot of merits, Lilia Velen, and somehow Thea get free. So I have to decide where to use her, and the most obvious place was with Thunderlin. And Thunderlin get free, since Thunderlin was boosting the shield, but she also boosts the healing. Very nice hero, to be honest, and that's correct. Maybe this is the only hero from generation 3 that actually give me some good vibes, and I actually think about her. Now I use her with Sand Lizard. Obviously it's going to be for boosting, getting some extra stuffs from getting a little more healing, but maybe that was not the right bet for her. Maybe I'm going to actually use this one, Seraphic Fire Drag, because it's also giving healing and doing some damage, or maybe it's just going to be with Sapphire Fire Drag. We're going to see in the future how the things will go, especially when, you know, those pets need investment, a lot of investment, and I start building them one by one. Hopefully I build 5 very good pets. But at the end of the day, they get free. I have Thunderlin. So far I was running Thunderlin with Moo. But yeah, since they get free, I have to redesign and actually decide should I actually use Thunderlin with them. Now there's a couple things I have to mention. Is my Thea is a 6-star. This 6-star is giving, you know, attack resistance 5% and defense penetration 5%. This is if your hero is a 6-star. Moo is still in how to say it, in progress. It's like 4-star. It's not awakened. Thea Awakened is one of the rare heroes that actually give you pretty decent stuffs if you awake her. I can actually compare her with other hero that is giving some extra stuffs, and this is Lilia. Lilia go from 2 to 3 targets when she's awakened. Here, from a single shield over your legion, you're going to get like 2 more shields. So the best way is actually to do some testing, and I'm going to make Thunderlin with Thea. I'm going to use Celestials just because Thea is boosting the Celestials, and most likely if this combo is going to do some damage, it should be run with Celestials. Now the target in this case is going to be these poor riders, which is level 47. Let's see how Thunderlin is going to perform. We're going to have this this Phoenix Eye, but we're going to have it in both cases just to make the things more faster. And here we go. First thing that I see, the damage is close to 3k from what we are seeing, but you know, when the Legion go down, the damage is going to go down also. So 3.9k is the damage from the Thunderlin. With Thea, we have to keep something in mind. Right now is 4k, 4.2, and the reason for this is after Thea casts her spell, she's going to boost with 15% the next rage skill damage, basically skill damage. So in situation like this, we're going to get more damage from Thunderlin, but still, should this be enough to actually be changed with Moo? This is maybe the question that maybe people are asking themselves, because Moo is also doing damage, but I'm going to make a small fight with Moo also. Okay, this creature is basically close to get killed, and we're having like 198, 97. We're going to see the final result, 987k troops left. This is with Thea, and again, Thea is awakened. So now let's talk little about Moo, compare it with Thunderlin. For sure, I make the first spell level 5. I think this is obvious for every player playing Call of Dragons. First thing you have to do is make the first spell level 5. From there you can make it like 5-5 or maybe 5-5-5-1 or something like this. But yeah, it's having the rage skill. Now this thing, healing, receive it, reduction is I don't know, maybe because a lot of people start using sand lizards, and there is a legions like maybe 3 or 4 sand lizards inside, and I was like, yo bro, what is going on here? But yeah, the hidden power of the Mu is she's doing damage. Thea is not doing damage, any kind of damage. But this spell is also a spell that I really like, and this is when the Legion get healing. It get 1 stack of healer mark, can go up to 18%. This is basically 3 stacks with 6% inside. Healing grant Legion defense, Legion attack. This is obvious, but the percentage here is, you know, it's normal, like 10 and 20%. Here we have some healing factors, which may actually increase the survivability when we're doing the testing. So we're right now looking for level 47 riders somewhere on the map, and we find them. They was basically close to my castle. So I'm going to put Mu with her. Where is my Mu? Yeah, it's going to be again with Celestials, just to be fair the things. And I'm going to put the Thunderlin maybe here. I think from some kind of this type of distance I actually start attacking, because the distance is important. Just because you're going to get 1 extra hit, okay, if the distance is not bigger. Okay, let's go. Thunderlin with Mu against level 47 riders, and we start seeing the first healing. We're going to again hit with the Phoenix side. This is obvious. We get this hit with both of the heroes, and I just want you to see how much damage the Mu is doing. Mu is doing pretty decent damage, 11.2k. The damage of Thunderlin is sitting the same, like how many? It's 3.3. It's actually going down 3.7, 3.6. It's going down. It's normal when the troops is going down, but so far we're having 230, and this creature is less than 50% of the troops there. 197 was with the Thea, and Thea have a shield. We have to point that, and this shield is, you know, benefiting the rest of the legions around you. But the healing from the Mu is also benefiting. It's not the amount of the shield that for example Thea is giving, but yeah, at the moment I guess Mu Thunderlin is going to be underperformed from Thunderlin with Thea. And there's a couple of reasons. Thea is awakened 6-star, so obviously it's going to have some difference, but it's going to be the difference of close to 4k. Even, yeah, 3-4k's is the difference between the fights here. So obviously Mu is doing better from Thea. He's just doing better from Thea. He's giving he's just giving extra damage, and it's not fully leveled up. This spell definitely need to get boosted. Now the awakening is also crazy for the Mu. Whenever the Legion launches a normal attack, it get additional 50 rage and get keen. This is 15% for 3 seconds. This effect trigger once every 10 seconds. So you know, every 10 seconds you're going to start with 50 rage more from, which is 50 rage is like 5% more rage from Thea. Thea have nothing rage regeneration, but here also we have Keen, which is like 15% more attack for 3 seconds, and this stack very well with the Celestials. If you see the Celestials, they're having pretty good attack compared to the normal Vestals. Most likely I'm going to run them with Celestials. But yeah, that was the 2 testings I did. And on the battlefield, I don't think I actually have some reports to actually show you guys. Yeah, here I have like Thunderlin with Thea, which is, I guess I get catched here. Yeah, obviously I get catched by Blink Infantry, you know, the new hype in Call of Dragons, which is, they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. Well, I don't have any reports with Mu, but definitely I have to check her. Now, currently I'm running Mu with Talea Mu, and still I'm testing this combo. Now let's zoom out and talk a little more about long-term strategy. This is extremely important. And even the testings that I did and on the battlefield, I guess I didn't save any Thunderlin Moo reports so far. I was thinking I was having some Thunderlin Moo, but so far I'm going to keep Thunderlin with Thea. Again, the main reason is Thea is just awakened and have 6 stars. But maybe in future I'm going to switch with Thunderlin. It's going to be Thunderlin Moo. But there is one big but. So far in the future, right now I'm working over Bahorn. Now Bahorn is the heroes that I actually underestimate a little, and currently I'm trying to get some skills over this bad boy, and most likely Bahorn is going to be with Moo for future, and Thunderlin is going to continue be with Thea. But if I didn't actually invest in Bahorn, and you know I have to pick between Moo and Thea, definitely I'm going to pick Moo. You saw just the difference is crazy. Moo is not awakened, and for sure this hero there is a lot that it can actually show, and we only see the small portion. Especially the awakening of Moo, I think is a game changer. Also, I mean these overall heroes, Moo and Bahorn, the awakening is absolutely crazy. I'm not gonna lie you guys, it's crazy. If you see Bahorn with Celestials having this critical rate 20% for 5 seconds, this is covering 50% from the fight outside, and with Celestials I think is going to do crazy amount of damage. Crazy amount of damage. With skill tower 3, even more. So for now, just wanted, you know, for the people who is thinking Thunderlin Talea or Thunderlin Moo, since you know Thunderlin is supporting basically both of these two types very nicely, giving the 30%, 20% more shield or more healing. I think Thunderlin should be with Moo if you have to pick between Thunderlin with Thea and Moo. This is my final decision. I am adapting. I face very strong enemies so far. We are basically the top KVK right now in Call of Dragons. So, you know, you have to be precise. You have to test and think how you're going to proceed in the future. What kind of legions you're going to use. So yeah, I guess this will for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit one like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Also become a member if you want personally to support me and my channel and my work. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.